Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. This is the Franchise Stars Baseball League Game of the Week for Year 2 of the FSBL. The San Francisco Giants come into LA to try to take the conclusion of a 3-game series. The Dodgers have won the first 2 games of this series to take over the division lead in the National League West for the first time in a year and a half. The Giants have held a share of the division lead in every single game since this league started. This is the last game before the All-Star break here in Year 2. Sandy Koufax will be on the mound for the Dodgers. Tim Keefe is going to be on the mound for the Giants. Koufax 9-3, a 2.83 earned run average on the season. He has been outstanding. Tim Keefe will go for the Giants. We'll get to Keefe later. Leading it off for the Giants, Freddie Lindstrom. Lindstrom 5th in the National League in batting, .332, 14 homers, 39 RBIs. Giants, a somewhat odd change in their lineup. They have dropped Willie Mays. Mays is leading the league in hitting, but the Giants' offense has been struggling lately. The Giants have elected to drop Mays down in the order in an attempt to lengthen things a bit. Not sure that Mays is the guy we would drop there, but we'll let them get through this game with that peculiar adjustment, and I will probably change that at the All-Star break, but we'll let them do it for a one-off and see what happens here. Koufax ahead of Lindstrom 0-2. Curveball down in the dirt. There's a fastball from Koufax, misses away, 2-2 the count. Fastball there. Koufax blows Lindstrom away to start things off here in LA. Koufax has been dealing. He leads the National League in strikeouts by a fairly comfortable margin at this point. I think it's up over 25. That'll bring up the shortstop, Alvin Dark. Dark batting .240. Fastball up high. Again, a note on Mays. Mays had been out with an MCL sprain. He missed a few weeks. He's just recently qualifying again for the batting lead. But even so, he's performed since he came back. So it doesn't seem like there's any reason to kind of let him ease his way back in, especially as the Giants have scuffled along a bit here. Certainly not the juggernaut they were a year ago. Koufax ahead of Dark, 1-2. Fastball, and Koufax blows Dark away. So Koufax continues an impressive run as of late. Seems to be finding his stride after an up-and-down first season. Koufax has been rolling here. Someone who has not been rolling is Buster Posey. Posey batting .226. He's hitting in what has been Mays' familiar number 3 hole. That's where Mays has spent the better part of a year and a half batting in this Giants order. So they've really just flip-flopped Mays and Posey. Seems like there's a bit more thoughtful way to go about that lineup switch as they try to get Posey going. He skies one to left. Wheat tracks it down, and the side is retired. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Koufax. Dodgers will come up in the bottom of the first. San Francisco nothing. LA will send up Davis, Russell, and Dan Brothers against Tim Keefe. Keefe 10-5, a 3.24 ERA in 19 starts. Keefe, of course, a terrific season last year as well for the Giants. It's Clee Baseball Fan joins us. How are you, Tim? Check out Clee Baseball Fan's channel. He is doing some playoff baseball there. My poor Mets about to be eliminated by the Dodgers. 2007, if I recall correctly. Here's Willie Davis. Davis batting .298. Curveball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Keefe rocks and fires. That one slapped down to third. Lindstrom has it on the backhand. Throws over to McCovey. And there's one away here in the first. Dodgers lineup: Davis, Russell, and Brothers. Campanella, Puig, and Reeser. Wheat, Lopes, and George Pinckney. 781 team OPS. Good for 5th in the National League so far. Here's Bill Russell. Dodgers shortstop batting .263. Fastball up and in. Russell pops it up. Dark will go a couple steps out onto the left field grass. Put it away for out number 2. Steve Tate in the house. How are you, Steve? I hope all is well with you. I believe you had said you were on vacation, so I hope you are enjoying that. So here's Dan Brothers. Brothers batting .290. Keefe rocks and fires. Curveball misses inside. Brothers 2 homers, 7 RBIs in the last 3 games. Much of that damage coming in the first 2 games of this series. Again, Dodgers have taken the first 2 of this 3-game set to take a half-game lead in the NL West. This is the last game before the All-Star break, so the next baseball broadcast on the channel will probably be the All-Star game, and I'll probably do that Monday night. High fastball. Brothers fouls it off. Two-one offering from Keefe. High fastball. Keefe pulls it out into right. Ott trots underneath it, puts it away, and the side is retired. So both teams go down in order in the first. We head to the top of the second. Giants will send up Ott, Kent, and McCovey. Here's Mel Ott. Ott currently second in the National League All-Star voting among right fielders. .338, 23 homers, 63 RBIs. That OPS up over 1,000 as the Otter continues to just be one of the more dynamic players in the National League. Breaking ball from Koufax, pulled down inside the bag, past the diving Brothers. That's a base hit for Ott. Reeser gets over there quickly as he was shading him the pull anyway, and will hold him to a single. But Ott is on with a lead-off base hit in the top of the second. That'll send up Jeff Kent. Kent batting .267. Fastball down and away. Kent swings and misses. Kent's been terrific so far this year. .267 average, perhaps a touch low, but 21 homers, 44 runs batted in. Again, the lineup switched to try to help Buster Posey out. The motivation there is certainly understandable as Posey has struggled, but simply flip-flopping him and Mays to drop Mays to 7th doesn't make much sense, given that Mays is leading the league in hitting. And just he's Willie Mays, and Willie Mays probably never batted 7th in his life. But we'll let it stand for the one-off today. At the All-Star break, I will go through every team's rosters and check out any possible changes I think should be made to lineups and rotations anyway. And Mays is just recently back from that MCL strain. But if he's good enough to play center field, you certainly don't need to coddle him in terms of the lineup. So 2-2 the count as Koufax works to Kent. Ott is on first after the leadoff single. High fastball and down goes Kent. So Koufax has struck out 3 of the first 5 he's faced on the day. As he continues to rack up the K totals as this season goes on. Kent retreats to the dugout. Here's Willie McCovey. McCovey batting .245. The reigning National League MVP hit 51 long balls last year, and he may have just deposited this one. Home run, Willie McCovey. So Koufax had looked dominant to this point. McCovey turns that around. Homer number 16 on the year for Stretch. And the Giants have taken a 2-0 lead here in the finale of this 3-game set. Lefty, undaunting to McCovey. Koufax tries to get in his kitchen, and McCovey serves him his lunch. Deep shot there from McCovey, and the Giants take a 2-0 lead. So now here's Mays, leading the National League in batting at .360. Back from his injury, he does have enough at-bats to qualify. Certainly losing Mays for a stretch hurt this Giants squad. They are only a couple games over 500. 49-47. These Dodgers are 50-47. Far cry from the 109-win pace the Giants set forth last year on their way to the National League pennant. Koufax misses inside with the curveball. It's 1-2. Fastball there. Mays takes 2-2 the count. So Koufax will try to rebound after the McCovey homer. Fastball there, misses away, and the count goes full. So Koufax was up 0-2 on Mays. Now the count is 3-2. Fastball away. Mays grounds it to second. Lopes has it. Throws on to first. Mays is retired for out number 2. So in steps the Sarge, Gary Matthews. Matthews batting .250, 11 homers, 33 runs batted in. Matthews platooning with rookie Benny Koff. Platoon then has left Bobby Thompson as the odd man out. Campanella wants it up high. Koufax doesn't get it high, but he does get the pop-up. Russell waves everyone off, puts it away, and the side is retired. But the Giants strike for a pair on the Willie McCovey home run. We head to the bottom of the second. Giants 2, Dodgers nothing. And so with the Rays broadcast yesterday, I've now done a Game of the Week broadcast for every team in the FSBL this year. So now from this point going forward, it's just going to be whatever the best game is of each Sunday on the schedule. Obviously, as the season goes on, more and more it'll be about games with playoff implications and stuff like that. In steps Rory Campanella. Campanella batting .280. Likely on his way to another All-Star campaign. Breaking ball from Keefe, misses down low. It's 1-1. Keefe rocks and fires. Curveball there. That's a curveball at the knees. Campanella thought it was low. Fastball there, down goes Campanella. So Keefe fans him his first strikeout of the game. Great spot. Paints the black, and you can see Campanella no leverage on that swing. So one down, here's Yasiel Puig, the designated hitter. Fastball misses down and away. The Dodgers recently demoted Luis Marquez. Marquez, in real life, a Negro League, fine Negro League player. Very solid defensively, but he wasn't hitting enough. They've dropped him down. Pete Reiser is going to play against both sides, most likely, for this Dodgers lineup. Yasiel Puig will handle designated hitter duties. Fastball there. Puig fouls it off. It's 2-1. Again, probably Monday night, we'll have the All-Star game for year 2 of the FSBL. Round ball up the middle for Puig. That's a base hit. So a 1-out single for the enigmatic designated hitter. And that'll bring up Pete Reeser. Reeser batting .331. Fastball off the plate. It's 1-0. That fastball misses up and in. 2-0 the count. Fastball at the knees for strike 1. Delivery from Keith. Another fastball on the outside corner. So gets things to 2-2. Keith looks in and delivers. Curveball. Yank, nice play. Ripped hard, but Kent... Oh, no, I guess Robbie Thompson is playing. Kent's DHing. Okay. Kent DHing for the Giants. I don't think Kent was making that play. Robbie Thompson with the nice leaping grab there to rob the hit, unable to double Puig off. There's 2 away. Here's Zach Wheat. Wheat, second in the league in batting a year ago. Having a respectable season this year, .274, but nowhere at the level he was in the inaugural season. Oh, 0-1 the count. Keefe delivers. Fastball right down the heart. And Keefe is ahead of Wheat, 0-2. It's Bernard Strom, Sports Replays, joins us. Hello, Bernard. How are you? I hope all is well, sir. Fastball inside, turned around to right. Ott will have time to get under it. He puts it away. And the side is retired. So we head to the top of the third in a matchup to see who will lead the West as we head into the All-Star break. Thompson, Lindstrom, and Dark due up for the Giants. They lead it 2-0. Here's Robbie Thompson, .248 average, a homer, 7 RBIs on the year. Kent has played pretty regularly, but today Kent is the designated hitter. Change up from Koufax in there for a called strike. Koufax has looked sharp. He's made one mistake. Shot that Willie McCovey deposited into the seats in right. Koufax is dealing for sure. 1-1 the count here to Thompson before the order rolls over. Fastball misses inside. It's 2-1. There's a shot out into right center. Reeser going back on it. He's not going to be able to get it. It's a one-hopper over the wall, and Robbie Thompson has a ground rule double. His 7th double of the season. Stroked into the gap out there in right center. So the order turns over. Here's Freddie Lindstrom, Giants' third baseman. 5th in the league in batting at the moment. Takes a strike there for an 0-1 count. Lindstrom struck out his first time up. Fastball up and in. Koufax takes a peek, throws the curveball, misses outside. Can't imagine Thompson will try to steal third here against Campanella. Fastball there. Lindstrom fouls it off. Count goes to 2-2. There's shot. Ground ball. Down inside the bag. Past Pinckney. It's a base hit in the left. Wheat scoops it up. Thompson's going to come around to score. Throw into second. They get him going to second. Lindstrom is thrown out by Zach Wheat. But the run comes around to score, and the Giants have taken a 3-0 lead. I'm not sure Lindstrom thought that throw was going to go to second. I think he thought that Wheat was going to take a shot at the plate. But Wheat properly recognized he was not going to have a shot at Thompson. Went to second with the throw. So one down, here's Alvin Dark. Dark 2 for 3 with a homer in yesterday's loss for the Giants. Change up there, fouled off. It's 1-2. Curveball there, ground ball to second. Lopes dives on the edge of the grass. Nice play, Davey Lopes. Robs Alvin Dark. Davey Lopes is going to be an interesting situation a year from now. Lopes has performed well for these Dodgers, but the Dodgers have drafted Jackie Robinson, who is presumably going to take over the second base job right off the bat next season. So we'll see what that means for how the Dodgers handle Lopes. Could see him traded. He could become part of the DH situation here in LA. Oh, 1 pitch here to Posey. Fouls off the fastball. It's 0-2. Campanella sets up inside. Koufax comes up and in. Posey swings and misses for the strikeout. So Koufax gets him to end the inning, but the Giants get another run across. We head to the bottom of the third. Giants 3, Dodgers nothing. Speaking of Lopes, he's stepping in here. 304 average, 37 runs scored, 16 steals. Riding a modest 8-game hitting streak as he steps in here to lead off the bottom of the third. Keefe rocks and fires. Curveball misses away. It's 1-0. Fastball there. Lopes fouls it into the seats down the first base line. It's 1-1. Curveball there clearly gets away from Keefe a bit. Misses up and away. High fastball there, fouled off. We'll get to the out-of-town scoreboard for the first time today in a moment. That curveball misses as George Pinckney waits on deck. Fastball there, strike 3 call. That's a great pitch from Keefe. Lopes disagrees, but that was on the black at the knees. Perfect spot from Keefe. And down goes Lopes. So that'll bring up Pinckney here in this bottom of the third inning. Giants lead it 3-0, trying to reclaim the division lead. Fastball in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Pinckney batting .310, 2 homers, 31 ribbies for the Dodgers. Again, this is the last game before the All-Star break here in year 2 of the FSBL. Fly ball, shallow right, near the line. Long run for Ott, but this ball has a ton of hang time. Ott gets underneath it and puts it away.
center fielder, number 3, Willie Davis.
So the order turns over. Here's Willie Davis. Interesting trade note, the Brewers acquiring Mike Jackson from the Mariners. Jackson was second in the American League in saves. We'll get to that out-of-town scoreboard here as Davis steps in. Red Sox up on the Orioles 5-4 in the ninth. Ted Williams, a pair of hits and an RBI for Boston. Yankees defeat the Blue Jays 4-1 in the Bronx. Whitey Ford wins his 13th, Chad Green's 26th save. Roger Maris hits his 18th home run of the season for the Bombers. Royals lead the Twins 2-0 in Kansas City in the ninth. Brett Saberhagen has gone at 8 1/3 scoreless innings in that one. In Chicago, a slugfest at Comiskey. 13-12 White Sox in the ninth. Ray Chapman, a pair of homers for Cleveland. Shoeless Joe Jackson, a pair of homers and 5 RBIs for the White Sox. Rays lead the Tigers 5-4 in the ninth. Barney McCoskey is driven in a run for Detroit. Randy Wynn, pair of RBIs on 3 hits for the Rays. Rangers lead the Angels 2-0 in the sixth. Lenny Randle is driven in a run for the Rangers there. So there's the pop out retrieved by Lindstrom. We'll finish the scoreboard in the next half inning as Davis pops out. We're a third of the way through here at Dodger Stadium. Giants 3, Dodgers nothing. Kenton McCovey coming up for San Francisco. 007, how are you, sir? Thanks for checking in. As Mel Ott steps in, we'll finish the scoreboard there. He is up on the Mariners 4-0. Mets lead the Braves 4-1 in the ninth. David Cone, 10 strikeouts, allows a run over 8 1/3. Cardinals blanking the Marlins 3-0 in the sixth. Ray Blades has hit his 10th home run of the year for the Cardinals. Pirates lead the Cubbies 6-5 in the ninth. Smith had homered for the Phillies, for the Pirates rather. Expos lead the Phillies 2-1 behind Javier Vasquez. Diamondbacks lead the Brewers 5-3 in the sixth. Steve Finley has hit his 11th for Arizona. Padres up 1-0 on the Reds in the third. Eparixi and Nip Winters, the pitching matchup there. Koufax behind Ott 3-0 here. Swinging 3-0. Ott goes at the heater but misses it. It's 3-1. Here's the pitch from Koufax. High fastball, yanked to right, but that's hooking. Way foul and out of play. Pitch from Koufax. That one is yanked. That's a tough play for Reeser. Gives chase and he gets there. Nice job by Pete Reeser to track down that shot for the first out. Not an easy play by any means, but Ott hits into a hard out. Here's Jeff Kent. Kent struck out his first time up. National League standings, Expos a game up on the Mets in the NL East. Phillies have fallen 7.5 back, tied with the Marlins. Braves 9.5 back. The Expos continue to be a surprise. The Pirates have opened up a 3-game lead in the NL Central over the Brewers. Cardinals now 4 games out. Reds 6.5 out. Cubbies 12.5 out after their horrific start. Looped over the head of Brothers for a base hit. Kent has an opposite field single with 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. In the NL West, Dodgers a half game up on the Giants. Rockies 5 games out. Padres and Diamondbacks bringing up the rear by a ways, as expects to be the case for a bit. So here's Willie McCovey. McCovey hit a 2-run homer his first time up. Again, the reigning National League most valuable player. McCovey's second home run of the series, in which he has driven in 6 runs. We'll see how Koufax decides to approach him here. Down 1-0 in the count. Breaking ball. That one is in there for a called strike. McCovey has already grounded into 21 double plays. The All-Star game is in 2 days. Fastball there. Koufax blows it past him. The count goes to 1-2. Koufax adjusts some things, stretches out the arm a bit. Eyes locked in on Campanella. There's the pitch, curveball. McCovey gets a piece of it and fouls it off. Count holds at 1-2. Koufax checks in and deals. Breaking ball, lashed the other way. That's a base hit from McCovey. Down the third base line past Pinckney. Runner will hold at second. Nice job by Zach Wheat getting over there quickly. So Koufax tries to get McCovey to chase. Pitch well out of the zone, but McCovey gets the end of the bat on it. Flicks it down the left field line. So now here comes Mays, as we mentioned, batting in the unorthodox 7 spot today. If Mays ever hit 7th in his real major league career, I would be shocked. But they have flipped him and Buster Posey to see if it does something to get Posey's bat going. Again, Mays leading the National League in batting at .360. Fastball low there from Mays, or from Koufax, I should say. Mays fouls it off. It's 1-1. We expect to see Mays back in his customary 3-hole after the All-Star break. Breaking ball, hit, just foul outside first. Count 1-2. Koufax deals. High fastball. Mays swings and misses. Down he goes for the strikeout. 5th strikeout for Koufax. Gets us 2 outs here. You can see the look on Mays' face. He felt like he should have turned that one around. Gives Koufax his props, though, and here's Gary Matthews. Matthews is 0 for 1. And there's a shot. Gary Matthews deep to left field, and that is a 3-run homer, and the Giants have blown this one open against Sandy Koufax. Matthews' 12th home run of the season, and the Giants have taken a 6-0 lead here in the 4th. So Koufax, who has been so good this season and seems to have had good stuff today, he's got 5 strikeouts already. But he's been victimized by a pair of homers, a 2-run shot from McCovey, and a 3-run shot from Matthews here. And that's going to be it. Koufax is going to come out. So the Giants get to the Dodgers ace. Again, Giants trying to reclaim the division lead that they lost for a day. Here's Jim Brewer. Brewer 3-1 at 2.76 earned run average in 36 appearances so far this season. Hey, Quentin Parks. How are you, Quentin? Hope all is good. Well, I'm regularly off during football season. I work Sunday through Thursday. So, because they want me in the office on Sundays, so I'm off Fridays and Saturdays. So I actually have the day off today, so able to get this broadcast in and perhaps another one tonight, depending on how tired my wife is this evening and when she falls asleep. She does work Monday through Friday, and as a nurse, by the time Friday gets here, she's exhausted. 0-2 count. Shot out in the left. Wheat is there. Puts it away. And the side is retired. But the Sarge, Gary Matthews, goes deep with a 3-run homer to knock out Sandy Koufax. We head into the bottom of the fourth. Giants lead the Dodgers 6-0. No college. No, the boys. No, nobody has don't have anything to head to this weekend. Head to regionals in 2 weeks for my one son. So we'll be doing that, but no travel planned as of this weekend. Weather's supposed to be crummy here in New York tomorrow anyway, but we've been driving to somebody's games or whatever pretty much every weekend for the last month and a half. 0-1 count here to Bill Russell. Keith misses with the curveball away. Fastball down low. Russell fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. Curveball there, misses in the dirt. Yeah, the paper cone. We cover the local college teams, particularly like for college basketball. Local, like New York, Long Island teams aren't really any good at college sports except for hoops. We've got St. John's, so Rick Pitino is at St. John's now. So there's tons of buzz around St. John's. And Hofstra, has made the tournament a couple of times. But ground ball here to second. Thompson throws Russell out. There's one away. I posted on the Facebook and in the McGreevy Discord. I've started a Discord channel for the Legend Sports universe, just because it's so much easier for me to do quick hit stuff on there than like to post stuff on my website and things like that. I'll still be posting the baseball stuff in like that McGreevy chat and stuff like that, but I have other stuff going on. Obviously, the football project that I'm working on, and I'll be getting the hockey and basketball leagues rolling in succession again relatively soon. I think I'm going to do hockey first. But I mean, again, at the time I'm not spending with the baseball broadcast, any of the other free time I've got, I've been trying to get this football project moving along because the football project is just so intensely detailed. There's so many more machinations to it than the baseball stuff. Which I guess is also because baseball is my primary sport, and I've done baseball rosters more frequently and for so much longer. I'm more comfortable doing that. I got a bit more trial and error going with my football testing. I've done football projects before, but nothing as intensive as the one I'm doing now. Basically, the Franchise Stars Football League. It'll be the football equivalent of this league for baseball. It's 2 outs as Campanella steps in. He's 0 for 1. Oh, geez, Clinton, that's right. I remember you mentioning that your wife went to Iona. Patino's a bit of a shady dude, but college basketball doesn't really seem to care about that very much. Fastball there, fouled off by Campanella. Count goes to 1-2. Curveball there. Campanella grounds it into center for a 2-out single here in the bottom of the fourth to give the Dodgers a base runner.
Now batting, number 66.
So Keith, that's only the second hit he's allowed. He's walked nobody, struck out 2 here with 2 outs in the fourth. Figure this would be a good pitching duel. Keith keeping up his end of the bargain. Rare off day here for Sandy Koufax in this one. Again, victimized by the pair of big long balls, the 3-run shot from Gary Matthews and the 2-run homer from Willie McCovey. Keith comes to the set with Campanella on first. 1-0 pitch to Puig, misses away. It's 2-0. Status Pro. I cut my teeth on Status Pro. I still got that old board game with the 87 roster set I think I have. Shot by Puig, past a diving Alvin Dark into left for a base hit. Matthews gets it in. But now there's 2 on for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 4th. There are 2 outs, but Pete Reiser will try to make Keefe pay here. Breaking ball from Keefe is a called strike. Reiser lined out to second his first time up. Was robbed on a nice play by Robbie Thompson. High fastball. There's a called strike. Count goes to 0-2. Another high fastball, tries to get the top of the zone, call again. That time he can't do it. It's 1-2. Breaking ball from Keefe, misses down and away. 2-2 the count. Here to Pete Reiser, trying to help the Dodgers get back into this game and keep their hold on the National League West lead. Again, the Giants had led this division, had a share at least of this division lead every day since the Franchise Stars Baseball League started until yesterday. The Dodgers, with the win in the second game of this series, took a half-game lead in the National League West. Again, this is year 2 of the FSBL. The All-Star break starts after this game. Reiser hits this one to left. It's a long run from Matthews, but he got a good jump on that, and the Sarge tracks it down, and the Dodgers are turned aside with nothing. We're through 4 here at Dodger Stadium. Giants in control, 6-0. Here's Freddie Lindstrom. Lindstrom 1 for 2, single and an RBI. Jim Brewer on in relief of Sandy Koufax. Al Mamaw throwing in the Dodgers bullpen. Brewer delivers, line shot in the left. Wheat's going to have to play that one on the hop. So Lindstrom has another hit, continues his strong first half of the season. Not really first half, if the teams are up around 100 games, a little past the halfway point, as the All-Star break tends to fall. So here's Alvin Dark. Dark is 0 for 2. Curveball, screwball I should say, from Brewer, misses down low. It's 1-0. Brewer delivers. Fastball misses down low. 2-0 the count. Brewer takes a peek over to first. Another screwball. That one bites in at the knees. 2-1. Dodgers have been unable to break through against Tim Keefe. That one hit through the hole on the right-hand side. It's a base hit. Runner will hold at second. But the Giants have the first 2 men on here in the 5th. So the Giants responding well to their first day in second place. They try to reclaim the division lead heading into the break. Here's Buster Posey. Posey is 0 for 2. High fastball there. Posey fouls it straight back. Oh, and 1 the count. Brewer looks in and delivers. Posey pops it up. Foul ground. Pinckney is underneath it. Waits for it to come down. Puts the squeeze on it, and there's 1 away. So that Brewers-Mariners deal, again, Brewers getting closer Mike Jackson from the Mariners. Is Jose Hernandez. I'm trying to remember who else they traded. I think it was Negro League outfielder Branch Russell to the Mariners to get Jackson. Jackson was second in the American League in saves. But the Brewers find themselves only 3 games out in the NL Central, and they're clearly going to go for it. Pitch in the dirt, and that is misjudged. Lindstrom thought it had gotten by Campanella. But Campanella basically knocked it right underneath himself, found it quickly. Runners try to advance, and that's an ill-advised move as Campanella guns him down. There's 2 away. Dark moves up to second. Fastball there from Brewer. In for a called strike as he works to Melott. Obviously not as huge an error with the 6-0 lead, but certainly cannot go counting the Dodgers out. There's a shot to right, hooking into the seats, foul. So 2-2 the count. Brewer here working the odd. As Holly the Bernedoodle changes her location. Foul ball there into the seats and right from Ott. Another terrific season for Melott. He'll have another All-Star appearance. Fouls this one off to stay alive. Brewer deals. There's a shot through the hole on the right-hand side. It's a base hit. Reeser comes up throwing. Runner being sent around. Good throw from Reeser, but not in time. Dark slides home safely, and it's 7-0 Giants. So Melott, contrary to popular opinion, he doesn't hit everything hard. Sometimes he just finds a good spot for it. Terrific hitter. Ott grounds that one through the hole. Picks up the RBI, of which he has plenty. 7-0 Giants. Here's Jeff Kent. Fastball up and in. It's 1-0. Fastball there misses. It's 2-0. Kent currently third in the All-Star game voting among second basemen. Let's see if he can get a last-day surge to make the roster. Fastball misses down low. Willie McCovey waits on deck. McCovey had that 2-run homer in the second that started Koufax's downfall on the day. Fastball, and that looked like a good pitch from Brewer, but he doesn't get the call. Kent gets the walk. A 2-out walk. First and second, here's McCovey. McCovey, a homer and a single. Again, that home run of the 2-run variety. He's now driven in 6 in the series. Fastball from Brewer in for a called strike. Ott on second, Kent on first. Fastball there on the inside corner. Brewers ahead of McCovey 0-2. Screwball there. McCovey hangs with it and fouls it off. I heard our illustrious friend Dwayne March was going to be doing a broadcast at some point today. So I hope you'll check out Dwayne's channel. Check out Clee Baseball Fans' channel as well. He had a broadcast. I watched it this morning. I don't remember if that was live or if that was from last night. But Tim doing a fine job with his 2007 playoffs as Brewer fans McCovey to end the inning. But the Giants tack one on. We're midway through here at Dodger Stadium. Keefe in control and has a 7-run lead. So here's Zach Wheat. Wheat is 0 for 1. There's a shot out in the center. Mays, of course, gets a terrific jump, as he is wont to do. Puts that one away, despite Wheat hitting it on the screws, and there's one away. Again, Giants had to slog their way through the Willie Mays injury. MCL sprain kept him out for a few weeks. Speaking of injuries, the Minnesota Twins, who have built up a nice lead in the AL Central, are now facing a double barrel of injuries. Chuck Knobloch and Joe Mauer are both on the injured list. Knobloch expected back sooner. Mauer, with a leg fracture, though, is going to be out up to 2 months. So we will see how the Twins weather that situation. St. Lopes went around there. The count is 1-2. Twins have gotten outstanding pitching and a solid job offensively. The addition of rookie Joe Cronin lengthening that lineup considerably. Pop up there from Lopes. McCovey puts it away. There's 2 down here in the 5th. Here's George Pinckney. Pinckney is 0 for 1. He flew out in the 3rd. Fastball misses up and in. Fastball fouled off. One and one the count. Keefe delivers. Fastball misses outside. It's 2-1. There's a shot, slicing away from Matthews, falling, and Matthews shies away from it. He's going to play it on the hop. It looked like Matthews got into a position where he could have caught that ball. He was a bit apprehensive about misplaying it with a 7-run lead. He decides to play it safely, perhaps overly safely. But 2-out single shouldn't hurt with a 7-run lead. Order turns over for Willie Davis. First pitch swinging on the fastball from Keefe. It's fouled into the seats down the right field line. Fastball from Keefe at the knees. Willie Davis tied for 5th in the National League with 27 doubles. Curveball there, slapped down to 3rd. Lindstrom has it. It goes the short way to Robbie Thompson at 2nd. For the force, and the side is retired. So we're done with 5 at Dodger Stadium. Mays, Matthews, and Thompson due up for the Giants, who hold a 7-0 lead.
Leading off for San Francisco, the center fielder.
Here's Willie Mays. Mays 0 for 2. Fastball in there for a called strike. Again, Mays leading the National League in batting at .360. High fastball there, taken for a ball. It's 1-1. Fly ball. Hit well to center, not well enough though. Davis just shy of the track, puts it away. McCovey hit it well, but hit it to the deepest part of the yard. I should say Mays hit it well.
Now batting, the left fielder, Gary.
Here's Gary Matthews. Back in the 4th, the Sarge went deep with a 3-run shot that knocked Sandy Koufax out of this game. High fastball here, popped up in foul ground. Brothers puts it away. And there's 2 down.
The batter, number 6, second baseman, Robbie.
Little annoying thing, as I just gripe about dumb shit. The the American League save leaders just scrolled past. And I mentioned earlier on the broadcast that the Mariners had just traded Mike Jackson to the Brewers. Well, Jackson was second in the American League in saves, and now that he's been traded to the Brewers, he doesn't show up among the American League save leaders anymore. And that's a really, really little thing, but I just find it incredibly annoying. It's like, well, he still amassed those saves. He should still be showing up in the save leaders. Well, that's got a little bit of an old man yelling at a cloud aspect to that gripe. I understand that, but still annoying. 2-2 the count here to Robbie Thompson with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Misses with the fastball. The count goes full. Shot down in the dirt with the screwball. It's ball 4. Campanella popped up like he thought he had gone on the swing, but no such luck. It's a 2-out walk. Order turns over. Here's Freddie Lindstrom. Lindstrom pulls that fastball foul for strike 1. Yes, Willie McGee, Rick Sutcliffe, examples of that. But, I mean, they still, at least for the period until they stopped qualifying for that league anymore, they were still, they still were there. And like you said, and McGee especially, McGee still had enough at-bats to qualify by the end of the year that he won the batting title in the league that he wasn't in. Willie McGee was a really good hitter. I know he had no power, but still a really good professional hitter. Robbie Thompson gets his first stolen base of the year. Not a bad throw by Campanella, but Thompson got a good jump on a good pitch to run on. And Sutcliffe was Indians to the Cubs? Am I remembering that right? Screwball misses down and away. Alvin Dark waits on deck. The count is full here to Lindstrom. Fastball misses inside. Ball 4. Got to think Jim Brewer might be coming close to the end of his line here. 2 outs, first and second. Dark steps in. He's 1 for 3. Single and a run scored. Tried to hold up. Umpire says he did. High fly ball to left. Hooking that will end up foul. Had the distance. Not the direction. So it's a final in Chicago. The White Sox win that slugfest against the Indians, 13-12. Shoeless Joe Jackson, a pair of homers and 5 RBIs for the White Sox. Tapper back to the mound. Brewer has it. Throw to first, and the side is retired. So we are midway through the 6th. The Dodgers will try to get something going here. Russell Brothers and Campanella will try to break through against Tim Keefe. Dodgers fighting an uphill one here. They're down 7-0. Here's Bill Russell. He's 0 for 2. He has popped out and grounded out. Big Clue. How are you, my friend? I hope all is good with you. Good to see you. Fastball in there for a called strike. Keefe has been terrific. Fastball misses down and away. And Sandy Koufax, he had good stuff today. He struck out 5 before he was knocked out there. But 2 big home runs. 3-run homer to Gary Matthews. 2-run homer to Willie McCovey. End up with an off day for Koufax, who has been outstanding this season. He leads the National League in strikeouts and is among leaders in all the other significant categories as well. 2-1 count here as Keefe works to Russell. Appreciate it, Clue. Yeah, just because I was, between the football project I've got going on, and once I get hockey and basketball up and running again, even though they'll be in a rotation, baseball will be the one constant, but all the others will be in a rotation. I'm not going to go dumping all the sports stuff that I do into McGreevy, so I just figured it was kind of overdue for me to get my own place. I'll certainly still chat, like I said. I'll certainly be around the McGreevy chat. It's not like an either-or situation. I'm just not going to go flooding what's kind of a baseball-only area with all the other stuff that I do. Breaking ball there. And Russell, I don't know what Russell was thinking. He is fooled with the breaking ball there, but the ump rung him up. And Russell still went and started walking down to first as though he thought the ump was playing a joke on him. That's a great pitch from Keefe. Down goes Russell. There's one away. Here's Dan Brothers. Fastball misses down and in. Keefe rocks and fires. Brothers shot out in the left. It's going to hang up, though. It's carrying pretty well, but the Sarge, Gary Matthews, tracks it down a couple steps shy of the warning track for out number 2 here in the 6th.
Number 39, Roy Campanella.
Campanella 1 for 2, singled in the 4th. High fastball there for a ball. So 2-0 the count to Campanella. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Keefe continues. And Keefe was struggling early on in the season, but he has righted the ship. This would be win number 11, I believe, for him, should the score hold. Fastball to Campanella in there for a called strike. Campanella lines this one foul. Keefe rocks, fires, fastball misses inside. So the count is now full to Campanella. Yasiel Puig waits on deck. Again, this is the last game before the All-Star break here in year 2. All-Star game broadcast will probably be Monday evening. Fastball misses up high. So Campanella works out the 2-out walk. Keefe has walked a couple. And scattered a couple of hits too, but never really been in any significant danger. Puig has pummeled lefties this year, but mediocre against righties. 1-1 the count. Keefe at 90 pitches now. Fastball. Just misses inside. It's 2-1. Breaking ball. Puig skies it. Down the left field line near the bleachers. Gary Matthews gives a nice effort there, but comes up short on the slide. Unable to put it away. Count goes to 2-2. Fastball misses up high. The count is full. Pete Reeser waits on deck. Reeser having a fine season. If Puig can get himself on here. He chases ball 4 inside there. Close enough that he had to protect, but he fouls it off. That one's away, out of the zone. Puig chases another one. Taps it down to McCovey, who takes it himself, and the side is retired. So Keefe has thrown up 6 scoreless. We head to the top of the 7th. Giants in control, 7-0. So Brewers' work is done. Al Lamar will now come in relief of him. 3-7 on the year, but a stellar 2.39 earned run average. He's done a good job, largely in long relief, 39 appearances. Here's Buster Posey. So the Posey flip with Mays hasn't done anything to get Posey on track as of yet. He's 0 for 3 today. Again, do not expect that that's going to last long. Chan-Ho Park throwing out in the Dodgers bullpen now. Posey yanks that fastball foul. After a terrific season last year, Buster Posey has struggled to this point. Batting about .225 here in year 2. Oh, that's a beautiful breaking ball spun off by Memo there. It's 1-2. That one grounded to third. Pinckney has it. Throws over to first, and Posey is set aside for out number 1.
Now batting, number 4.
I kept playing Powerball to hope that I'd be off every day, but no such luck. Oh, Steve, that's cool. That's cool. You're moving. I thought you said you weren't going to have that thing done till like the end of the year. You're moving along nicely on that project. I'm sure Slovic is downright giddy. Fastball misses away. Fastball here misses low. Oh, geez, Dave Roberts. Clue banging on poor Dave Roberts. Fastball misses away. 3-1 the count. Kent waits on deck. I said, Koufax got the start. I was figuring this was going to be a great pitcher's duel. That's why I picked this matchup. And Koufax was sharp. His stuff was good, but he got victimized by 2 big long balls, and ended his day short. Again, Giants trying to reclaim the division lead. They entered the series with the division lead, but the Dodgers, taking the first 2 games, dropped the Giants a half game out of first for the first time since the FSBL began. The Giants have led this division for a year and a half. And now they look poised to reclaim the division lead after 1 day out of the top spot. 0-1 the count to Kent. Fastball misses up high. That fastball is foul back. Count goes to 1-2. Breaking ball, Kent hammers this one out in the left. Wheat goes back on it. Oh, what a play! Zach Wheat, an unbelievable grab in left. Wheat looked like he got spun around a bit, but he hangs with it and makes a terrific play. Jim Edmonds style. Going back on it. Beautiful play by Zach Wheat. to rob Jeff Kent. Fastball in there for a called strike to McCovey. McCovey 2 for 3, had the big 2-run homer earlier on. Dwayne Martz. How are you, Dwayne? I hope all is well. I heard you were going to be doing a broadcast today, but Beatles didn't know what time you were going on. So I figured I'd slip this one in there beforehand. I'm hoping I'm going to get some sort of a football discussion broadcast going. I don't know if I'll do it later this afternoon or this evening or something. But I do want to get another video out about work on that project, the status report, and all that jazz. So McCovey drops a base hit into right. His 3rd hit of the game. Again, Giants hoping they can get McCovey and Posey hot. McCovey showing signs. So here's Mays. Mays 0 for 3. Ground ball down to first. Brothers takes it to the bag himself, and the side is retired. 7th inning stretch time here at Dodger Stadium. Few of the fans have stretched their way to the exit, but a bunch of them are still here, having faith in the Dodgers as they try to get something going against Tim Keefe, who has been exceptional to this point. Pete Reiser is 0 for 2, takes a first pitch fastball up high. Forgive me there as I steal a beverage of the non-alcoholic variety as of the moment. 1-1 the count as Keefe works to Reiser. Ground ball to the right-hand side. Thompson ranges to his left, throws it a bit high, but McCovey stretches as per his nickname, puts it away for out number 1. Little mea culpa there from Thompson, appreciative of McCovey saving him of the error. So here's Zach Wheat. Wheat 0 for 2. Terrific grab to rob Jeff Kent in the top of this inning. But now they need him to get some hits. Lines this one to short, but right at Alvin Dark, who doesn't have to move for the second out. So 2 down. Here's Davey Lopes. Lopes 0 for 2. He's struck out and popped out. Trying to keep that batting average above 300. He's at 302 now. This will be the 100th pitch of the day for Keefe. Fastball misses away. There's a fastball in there for a called strike. It's 1-1. Fastball from Keefe misses up high. It's 2-1. Fastball there, shot out in the center. Mays races to the spot and waits for it, puts it away, and the side is retired. So 7 scoreless for Tim Keefe. We head to the top of the 8th here at Dodger Stadium. Giants 6 outs away from reclaiming the division lead. They lead at 7-0. So while these Giants have not played up to their 109-win season performance of a year ago, in the American League, the Oakland A's continue to just be an absolute juggernaut. The defending champions may actually top their win total from last year. They won 111 games last season. They're up over the 70 mark already this year. There's a ground ball down to Pinckney from the Sarge, Gary Matthews, for out number 1 here in the 8th. The A's are just, quite simply, they're the best team in baseball. We'll see if anybody can dethrone them. The Red Sox look really solid. Red Sox probably have the best chance, but we thought that last year, and then the Indians knocked off the Red Sox, and the Red Sox never got their crack at Oakland. But the Indians have their own problems right now. Their pitching has not improved as it was expected to this year. While rookie Addy Joss has been great, some guys have kind of regressed. And Corey Kluber has been decent, but not as good as they expected him to be. They thought Joss and Kluber would be a 1-2 punch. So the Indians are hovering right around 500. The Twins are on top of that division. I'm not sure the Twins have the offense to hang in a series with the A's, though. Their pitching has been terrific. I just don't know if they can score enough. Fastball misses up and in. It's 2-2. Clue says put the A's in an expanded playoff format in a short series. And they're done for. Yeah, I understand the reasons for growing playoffs to a degree, but I hate the new one. The new one is too much. You know, like the idea of one wild card, I was okay with. And even the play-in game, I hate the idea of one game deciding anything. But I would have even been fine with making that a 2 out of 3. Oh, that one's misplayed by Reeser, a normally reliable outfielder, but Reeser misplays that slicing ball. And there's going to be a triple depending on whether they give Reeser an error here. This should be called an error, but the official scorer is going to give Robbie Thompson a triple on that one, generously saving Pete Reeser. I don't know if the low sun got him or what, but Reeser completely misread that ball. And now Thompson stands on third, and that's just the way it's been for the Dodgers. Order turns over. Here's Freddie Lindstrom. I find one game deciding anything after a 162-game season to be completely moronic. You know, so I think if you were going to do that play-in thing, then make it at least a 2 out of 3. Diving grab by Zach Wheat, who makes another terrific play in left, but Thompson will score on the sacrifice fly, and it's 8-0. Second terrific defensive play in as many innings for Zach Wheat out there in left for the Dodgers. So 2 down. Here's Alvin Dark. The bases are empty now. Chopper out to second. Lopes makes the play. Throws Dark out. And the side is retired. But the Giants get another one across. Not that Tim Keefe has needed it to this point. We head to the bottom of the 8th here at Dodger Stadium. 8-0 Giants. We'll see if Keefe stays on for this 8th inning. And he will. At 103 pitches. He's got the shutout going. Stamina not really a problem for Keefe. Pinckney's 1 for 2. High shot. Deep down the right field line. Hooking foul. So Pinckney almost tacks a meaningless homer into this game. But it hooks outside the pole. Fastball there. Misses up high. Fly ball, center field, Mays underneath it, puts it away, and the side is retired. So it's an 8-0 ball game, so I'll feel pretty, I don't mind going on a little bit of a outside the game rant as we're talking baseball a little bit, outside the playoff thing. So this whole Dodgers-Braves thing that just happened with Arcia saying the thing in the clubhouse and it getting back to Harper. First of all, he's Bryce Harper. It's not like he needs extra motivation to play well. The guy's a great player anyway. But as you guys, most of you know, I'm a sports editor at a newspaper. So I've been in journalism for 25 years. The whole kind of running with, hey, let's go and say what Arcia was saying in the clubhouse thing that clearly wasn't meant to get out. And it wasn't like it was derogatory. It's not like he called Bryce Harper a douchebag or something. You know, it's just stuff that's happening in private, getting out there to, like, fire things up. I just find so Bush League. I really do. I find it all blowing up completely stupid. But I think just from a journalistic ethics standpoint, I feel like it's just, I don't know. I don't the whole sanctity of the clubhouse and thing I think is overblown or whatever. And yes, you know that the media is there, but like something like that, you're clearly like trying to, hey, look what this guy did. And it just wasn't something that was that big that I feel like it ever should have gotten out. More for RC, like, you got people like, I'll see Braves fans on social media like blasting Arcia as though him saying that is why the Braves lost the series. The Braves lost the series because they didn't hit. Like, you know, it's you know, that's not Arcia's fault. But just from a journalism standpoint, I hate that kind of shit. Which is why I'll always peek at being the second guy and not the top guy in charge, because there's too many people who would disagree with that kind of sentiment. Just like I find it disgusting that, I'll continue ranting because why not? The whole Trevor Bauer thing. So you had all these columnists and whatever go out there and torch Bauer, who I believe is probably a bit of a jerk, but he was basically convicted without any evidence. He was torched. He had his career taken away from him without any real evidence. And all these columns about what a bad guy he was, and abuse, and this and that, and he's a rapist and a sexual assaulter and all that kind of stuff. And then the whole story comes out that it was a setup, which is what he said it was since the beginning. I'm still waiting for any of those columnists, any form of print media, to come out there and say, hey, you know what? We were wrong. We shouldn't have done that. We apologize for that. And that's not saying that Bauer is a great guy, but, you know, I would just love to see the class and the ownership of a journalist at some point and say, hey, you know what? Maybe we rushed to judgment and we shouldn't have done that. But I digress, and that's my TED Talk for the day. So, shot into center for a one-out base hit in the top of the ninth.
Up next to the Giants, the designated hitter.
One thing, like, your best case scenario is that Trevor Bauer has questionable judgment. You know, that's completely fair. Like, you have to know in this climate that people are going to come for you and try to get you into situations and stuff like that. So, like, you have to be a bit more aware than that, and I get that. But I just want to see it. Everything now is cause and agenda, and I'm not going to go into a right-left politics thing like that. I don't do that stuff on the channel. That's not what anybody listens to me for. But just as a general observation of society, like, everything is labels and hashtags and all this kind of BS. And, like, at some point, just doing the right thing is what has to matter. And accountability has to matter. And, hey, I screwed up. You know, you're okay to say that sometimes. Like that, it's okay to do that. And it's something that's devoid of the vast majority, I find. And it's disappointing more than anything else. Oh, Clue, I appreciate that. Like I said, it's also the reason why I'll never be the top guy. I'll settle for being the second guy. Thankfully, I'm paid very well for my field, so I don't need to be the top guy. So I can let somebody else deal with all the BS meetings and, you know, office circle jerks that go on. A bunch of people listening to themselves talk. I'll just keep on doing my job. Shot out into right. Reeser going back. It's a one-hopper off the wall. Runner will come around third. Another run will score for the Giants. Lopes won't make the relay throw. It is an RBI double. And the Giants get another RBI from McCovey, and Stretch looks like he might be heating up. 9-0 San Francisco. And the Dodgers' hold on first is going to have lasted for one day. Here's Willie Mays. Mays 0 for 4. Steve, I would have loved to do that. If I could legitimately make a living, because I love research and this broadcasting. I mean, it's funny. The Madden project that I've gotten going now is really, I've got Action PC football, and I have a league I converted to Action PC football that I had done with Pro Strategy football for a few years, and Pro Strategy football just wasn't cutting it anymore. Too many glitches and problems with the game as far as realism goes. And Action PC is a great game, but Action PC presenting from a broadcast standpoint, it just doesn't do it, particularly for football. Like, I think baseball was born on the radio. Like baseball, even if you're not watching, and I think a lot of people who, like, quote unquote watch me on here don't really watch me on here. They listen to me. They probably have me in the background at work and stuff like that. Like Slovic and I talk all the time that we we listen to each other in the background and stuff like that. But football, I feel like, needs a little bit of a visual. Line shot there from Mays. Reeser can't come up with it. McCovey will score. It's double digits for the Giants as they take a 10-0 lead. But the Madden project is really being born. A bunch of people had asked me about possibly doing it, but also just my love of doing this broadcasting thing. I've really, really enjoyed doing this. It's what I originally intended my profession to be. As Chan-Ho Park steps in. Park 1-1 with a 3 ERA in 19 appearances. But just the broadcast part is going to be so much more thorough and immersive and fun doing it in Madden as opposed to doing it with Action PC. And that's not a knock on Action PC as a game. Action PC football is an outstanding game. It's just for the purposes of what I do and doing stuff on this channel and broadcasts and stuff like that, it just doesn't, it's not hitting it for me the way I was kind of hoping that it would. So 0-1 the count here as Park works to Matthews. Fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-2. See, a lot more fans have filed out here from Dodger Stadium. Popped up to second. Lopes is there. Puts it away. And the side is retired. So the Giants' damage most likely done for the course of this game. They've got a 10 spot. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Brothers, Campanella, and Puig will try to at least get the Dodgers on the board. And Tim Keefe will start the ninth going for the shutout. 114 pitches. Figure he'll stay in unless there's a base runner. Then they may decide to take him out. They may grant him a run. But he should pitch at least until there's a base runner. Felix Rodriguez and Marv Grissom are throwing in the Giants bullpen. Felix Rodriguez, MV's favorite pitcher. Fastball from Keith Brothers. High fly ball to right. It's carrying and drifting towards the line. Ott at the pole puts it away. Brothers almost puts one out of here. Wouldn't have served any purpose than to pad the individual stats. But comes up a couple feet short. Ott puts the squeeze on it for out number one. In steps Campanella. Campanella's 1 for 2. Fastball's in there for a called strike. There's one at the knees. So Keefe trying to end on a strong note here. Bringing it a bit. Straight heat as he deals with Campanella. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Campanella will grab a seat. 4th strikeout for Keefe. And the Giants are 1 out away from reclaiming first. So here's Puig. Puig 2 for 3. This will be pitch number 120 from Tim Keefe. High fastball. Puig fouls it off. Breaking ball from Keefe. Called strike. 0-2 to Yasiel Puig. Posey sets up away. Keefe rocks and fires. Fastball grounded foul. There's a delivery, swung on and missed. Keefe punctuates it with back-to-back strikeouts. It is a complete game shutout for Tim Keefe, and the Giants reclaim first place in the NL West as we head into the All-Star break with a rousing 10-0 win to take the finale of the series here in LA. A 4-hit shutout for Tim Keefe. He improves to 11-5. Sandy Koufax falls to 9-4. Again, Koufax gives up a 2-run homer to McCovey, a 3-run homer to Gary Matthews. And the Giants reclaim the division lead. Terrific catch here from Zach Wheat on a ball he misjudged. He had a couple great grabs out there and left. There's another one. So Zach Wheat's defense, pretty much the only positive on the day. For the Dodgers, your final line score, the Giants 10 runs, 15 hits, no errors. Dodgers no runs, 4 hits, no errors. Pete Reiser should have gotten an error before, but they gave Robbie Thompson a triple instead. Keefe goes the distance, 4 hits allowed, walks 1, strikes out 5. Koufax knocked out in the 4th, 3 2/3, struck out 5, walked none. Did allow 7 hits, including the 2 long balls, in a rare blemish on Koufax's season. Also big for the Giants, Willie McCovey. He's had a down first half, 4 for 5, a double, a homer, a single, triple shy of the cycle, 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored. They would love to see him get on track. So that'll wrap up the game. We're going to take a look. There's no week to sim here because the All-Star game is the next thing up. So we're going to take a look at the standings as of the All-Star break. We'll start off in the National League East. The Montreal Expos have won 6 in a row. They've got a 1-game lead on the New York Mets, up 7.5 on the Phillies and Marlins, 9.5 on the Braves. The Braves' offense has struggled, as has been the case for them. The pitching had faltered for a while, but they're getting their pitching in order. So for the Braves, it's just a matter of if they can get their offense to kind of get on track a bit. They're finally wised up and are playing Dale Murphy every day, so we'll see if that helps. In the NL Central, the Pirates hold a 3-game lead on the Brewers. The Pirates have rattled off 6 wins in a row. 3 up on the Brewers, 4 up on the Cardinals, 6.5 up on the Reds. The Reds led this division early, but they've played fairly mediocre baseball since then. In the West, the Giants again have reclaimed the division lead from the Dodgers, a half game up, but only 3 games up over 500, so the Rockies still in contention at 5 games out, although I don't believe the Rockies have the pitching to actually hang over the case of the long term. In the wild card, Mets and Brewers hold the wild card spots as of now. Cardinals a game out, Dodgers and Phillies and Marlins all 2.5 games out. The Marlins are hanging in there. The addition of Gary Sheffield plus Jose Fernandez and Sandy Alcantara, a great draft for the Marlins last year, has them hanging around. Reds 3.5 out of the wild card, Braves 4.5. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams within 4.5 games in that wild card battle. In the American League, the Red Sox have a 9.5 game lead on the Yankees in the American League East. It was just presumed when the Yankees got Whitey Ford, like, oh, the Yankees will improve that pitching a bit, and they may take over the division this year. The Red Sox have had other thoughts. For one thing, their rookie, Carl Mays, has been exceptional. But the Red Sox, just as a team, playing very, very well. They're hitting, they're pitching, they're doing it all. And they are comfortably ahead in that American League East. In the Central, the Twins are 10.5 games up, playing .622 baseball, 61-37. 10.5 games up on the White Sox. The Tigers are in third. The Indians, 2 games below 500. The defending division champions made it to the ALCS last year, but they were sluggish in the first half last year. They picked it up around the All-Star break before going on to win that division. The Indians have not shown any sign, though, of repeating that course this season. And out in the AL West, the A's 70-28, 7-14 baseball. They are almost plus 200 in terms of run differential, and they are 19 games up on the Houston Astros. Wild card right now would be the Yankees and Astros. White Sox a half game out. Angels and Orioles a game out. Tigers 2.5. Indians 3. Again, the American League, as it was last year, very top heavy. Top couple of teams, terrific. 3 up over 600. And then a whole bunch of teams around 500 doing battle for the wild card spot. So we're setting up what should be a pretty exciting second half of the season. Again, we'll have the All-Star Game broadcast most likely Monday night. I may get to it this weekend, but I think if I have time for broadcasts either tonight or this weekend, they will probably be Madden project update related, and possibly a game of that. Even though it is still a work in progress, just to give people an idea and like talk while I'm doing the game broadcast and stuff about that project. So that will wrap this up. Again, I've started a Discord channel. I dropped the invite into the announcements channel on the McGreevy page and my Facebook page as well. Hopefully you guys will come and swing by there. Again, I'll still be involved in McGreevy chat and whatever for baseball stuff, but I'll kind of be able to do a lot. It's a lot easier to do quick hits of quick screen grabs of different games that I do in the LSU and project things and stuff like that. And I wouldn't want to, I don't want to put other sports in McGreevy, but I also don't want to go flooding the McGreevy project channel with a whole bunch of screen grabs and stuff for the stuff that I do. So that's why I've got my own channel finally going on the Discord. I hope I will see you guys there. I know a few of you are already, which I greatly appreciate. So thanks as always, guys, for checking in. I believe Dwayne said he was going to do a broadcast later on. Check out Tim's broadcast from earlier on this morning as well. And hopefully I or somebody else will do a broadcast this evening. We'll see you guys all later. Thanks again for checking in. Big Clue, Steve Tate in the house, Clee baseball fan, Dwayne Martz, Bernard Strom, 007 was here as well. Check out his channel as he's now joined this community of streamers, which is very, very cool. Clinton Parks was here as well. Always appreciate Clinton swinging by. And I think that covers everybody. Guys, thanks as always. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be good to each other, and we'll talk soon.